All right, you guys. So, like, share, and subscribe. Y'all already know, once again, I appreciate all y'all for tapping on in. And I want to talk about this because I think this needs to be illustrated in this situation. And that is the reason why Officer Brandon Tatum, regardless of whatever he may personally think or feel, he's not going to be able to pull this off and get Ben Crump sued. I think that if you watch Tatum's interviews with the friends of Nolan Wells, those guys who went on the show, you will see that when Tatum interviews them, he leads them in the questioning. He's like leading them to how he wants them to speak. Almost, I mean, it's pretty much what it is, right? But he left some specific questions, and he's actually said this in other live streams that I've heard him talk about, where he has targeted Ben Crump. And he has basically blamed Ben Crump and blamed the family for hiring Ben Crump. First of all, he went on the record and questioned why the family would go hire Ben Crump and not hire a local lawyer, when the family has no, they don't have any loyalty to Brandon Tatum, or the state of Mississippi. They don't have to hire a Mississippi state lawyer if they don't want to. If the family feel a certain way and they want to hire an outside lawyer who they know have dealt with Mississippi cases because they want to bring attention to and get answers to the death of their son, right? Bro, you can't regulate and control that. But what Tatum has been trying to do is, it seems like he's been trying to do exactly that. That's what it seems like, because he continues to bring up Crump. He continues to talk about race, and he continues to talk about suing somebody, right? Now, he can't sue nobody because they're not worried about him. And he's upset that, I guess, Ben Crump won't give him the time of day. Ben Crump's a very intelligent individual. Won't get this dude the time of day, won't talk to this dude, and won't get this dude what he wants, right? So Tatum has went on an all-out attack. Now, we already can pretty much surmise, or I'll take an estimated guess, how those boys got in contact with Donald Trump's lawyer. The guy who's on the case right now for 3 of those boys, right? It's not hard to tell. I mean, Tatum, he's been in Turning Point USA. He's been to all these events. He has been in that Trump circle. So you put A and B together. I mean, look, it ain't hard to tell. Then he constantly promotes their fundraiser, Give, Send, Go, after he criticized. You know what I'm saying? Criticize, right? Other things. And we've seen him do it. It's just ironic and funny to me. Then he act like, well, I don't want to pick sides. I ain't want to donate. But you're promoting theirs. So anyways, let me get back to this, what I was saying. So he's been pushing this thing as if Ben Crump's out here been pushing racism and pushing this against the boys and stuff like that. Ben Crump did not do that. Again, Tatum, his attempts, and he keep asking the lawyer, oh, what about this? Bro, you're not going to be, and the lawyer don't even want to say names. He's not going to be able to go after Ben Crump. And that lawyer knows that. Because Ben Crump has not come out here and accused them boys of anything. Ben Crump has not come out here and accused anybody of murder. Ben Crump has not accused anybody of a crime. What Ben Crump said was, and he brought up race because he said if the roles were reversed, and he wasn't lying. If the roles were reversed, it would have been a thorough investigation into what happened, right? If you had 3 black boys and 1 white boy, and only 3 black boys came back, but the white boy ended up unalive, this would be a whole different type of investigation from the very beginning. That is not a false statement from Ben Crump. Tatum knows that. But he's so angry and so bothered that they went and got Ben Crump, right? Who I think is doing an excellent job. Because Ben Crump knows what to say, knows what. And I wish people would follow Ben Crump's lead, because he's got people working the case, man. And it just seems like people are impatient and don't want to wait to find out what comes up, right, from the investigation. So people have just been out here saying things, and now people are trying to put everything. Ben Crump ain't responsible for everything people on the internet say. You can't control what everybody on the internet going to say. But Ben Crump has not accused any of those boys of racism. Ben Crump has not accused any of those boys of murder. So why is Tatum continuously trying to target him and Al Sharpton him? No, they have talked about the dynamics of Mississippi and what goes on in Mississippi when you're investigating black deaths versus white deaths. That's what he was saying. Tatum is trying to ignore that and make it seem like he's coming after those individual boys. He didn't say anything about those individual boys. And as far as them being racist or murder or anything like that, he hadn't said any of that. So this is why any attempt for him to try to, gaslight a lawyer to get them to try to sue Ben Crump, it's not going to work. That's why the lawyer won't even say his name. That's not going to work, dog. You've been trying to throw alley-oops the whole time on Ben Crump. For some reason, and I know what it is, Ben Crump shot you down. You didn't like that. You felt the way because he wouldn't come talk to you. He don't need to talk to you, dog. So once again, and the boys already told you the only reason why they talking to you is because they like your show and because you talk good about them. So you're not even a good person to interview them. If they really wanted people to believe whatever they said, regardless of what you feel, to me, they should have went to independent media group that ain't taking no sides in this. You have already taken a side. You act like you haven't. Because all you have done is demonize one side, but you have picked up and celebrated another side. He treating this like this his crown jewel. So, yeah, of course, he's out here naming content creators that he thinks should be sued. He's even said it, hey, sue him, hey, do this, sue that. Like, so, yeah, you already know he's quarterbacking this thing from the background, man. The dude is a joke, bro. You're not going to get Ben Crump. He ain't that stupid, man. Ben Crump is not going to come on the internet and say dumb shit unless he got 1,000% evidence to back up what he's saying, bro. He's a civil attorney, brother. Right? So he ain't stupid to come out here and slander somebody without 100% bulletproof evidence he can use in the court of law. It's not going to do it, dog. You want him to do it. You want him to. Y'all want that, he incite that. No, people going to take it how they want to take it. He can't control that because he didn't come out and say, hey, those boys did this, those boys did that. He hadn't said any of that. He even said the independent autopsy was inconclusive and could not determine the cause of death. People took that however they wanted to take it. When he talked about the redness on the back of the boy's head, he said that, hey, man, they couldn't determine what that came from. He didn't say, hey, man, it came because they beat on him. He didn't say that. Listen to everything he said, bro. That shit you trying to run, man, is not going to work, dog. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Dude, the clown, man. Real talk, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.